Hi, welcome back to my channel, Canada Unlocking. Here at Canada Unlocking, we do cell phone unlocking and we provide tips and tricks related to your cell phones. So, most of our subscribers are pretty tech savvy and logical people, but I uploaded a video 4 years ago which recently went viral. And reading the comments, I saw a lot of assumptions that commenters are making based on a very short, 27-second clip. So I felt the need to have a follow-up video here. What the hell were you guys thinking? So, anyways, many of you might disagree with me. That's fine, but let me give you my perspective. And after seeing or hearing my perspective, then whatever you guys want to believe, that's fine. So, for those of you who haven't watched the video yet, I guess we should watch it again. So here it is.
Bro, this is a one-way, bro.
Yeah, it is.
Yo, stop fucking filming me,
No,
bro.
I'm not gonna stop.
Bro, it's a one-way. Why the fuck are you parked in a
Because
fucking...
that road is blocked.
Okay, so move back so people can go, bro.
Well, people are going.
Bro, shut the fuck up and get out of the way, bro.
Yeah, okay.
Back the fuck out.
No.
I hope you fucking put that on YouTube, you pussy.
Okay.
You're not gonna beat the fuck out of you.
Okay. Okay.
You're not wrong because we were blocking. Buddy. Just move.
Okay.
No, yet.
It's kind of funny in some ways. I can understand why a lot of people like to rewatch it because I watched it many times myself. And I think the point is that this guy's really pissed off, and a lot of people are taking sides with him, saying that this guy is just parked in a one-way street. But I mean, you can not really see both sides of the story here. You're just seeing a few seconds of a clip, and you're passing judgment. So my friend is the driver, so I can give you his side of the story, and then you can kind of look at the video again. Let's just play it slowly.
Come.
Bro, this is a one-way.
Okay, so this guy, first of all, he's approaching very aggressively. Okay, if this guy, maybe the driver is not smart and he's parked in a one-way street, and you're pissed off. But if you're gonna approach a stranger aggressively, then normally be ready to either put up your fists or expect the person to react aggressively.
Wait, bro.
Yeah, it is.
Yo, stop fucking...
So, like, my friend, he's pretty calm, although, yeah, he sounds a bit patronizing. But this guy starts off by swearing.
Bro, it's a one-way.
Okay, now, obviously, my friend is a bit intimidated by this guy, even though he's not the most tallest or buff guy in the world. But he's coming across pretty aggressively, right? And my friend has probably a passenger in the car or whatever. So he wants to protect himself, and that's not illegal. Some people are commenting, "Oh, it's illegal to film someone without their permission." That's not true. I looked it up. It's completely legal to film someone in public. Just think about it. There's surveillance cameras everywhere you go. They're filming you. You go to the bank, they're filming you. If it was illegal, then no one would be allowed to have a camera out in public. So no, definitely it's not illegal. But something that is illegal, which this guy is doing, he threatens physical harm to him. That's illegal, and with this video, he can actually take this guy to court. So now let's get on to the actual traffic situation because that's what everyone is commenting about.
Hey, why the fuck are you parked in a
Because
fucking...
that road is blocked.
Okay, so this guy's saying, "Why are you parked here?" Okay, so he's not actually parked anywhere. He's trying to go through a detour, and he's basically stuck, and he can't back up. He can't do anything. But you're assuming that he just went and parked on a one-way street. Yeah, that would be a dumb thing to do, but that's not really what actually happened. So he's trying to explain to him that, look, this is a detour, and this is the way that I'm supposed to be going. So this guy's looking around to, it takes his time, analyzes the situation. He says, "Oh wow, this guy's right. He should be here."
Okay, so move back so people can go, bro.
Well, people are going.
Bro,
I know it's in Scarborough Town Center. This is actually a mall parking lot. So you guys acting like, oh, it's so dangerous to be going down a one-way street. I'll try to break it down for you. All right, this is the exact spot where the confrontation took place. You can see by the background when the aggressive dude approaches his car. This is the basically background here. Same tree. Okay, and if you go out, you can see these lampposts. It's the only place, this only side of the mall where they have these lampposts, and then you can see these buildings in the background. You can see this decoration here. It's the only spot that has this decoration and this stop sign. So it's definitely the same place. Okay, so this is basically one of the entrances to Scarborough Town Center. Scarborough is a suburb or whatever of Toronto, and it's a big mall, and this is the entrance. So what happened was one of these lampposts had fallen on the road. This whole road was blocked. So now, in front of this busy spot, the entrance where people are getting dropped off constantly, there's a big pile up. So two security guys came out from the mall securities with their walkie-talkies or whatever. One of them standing right here, the other one standing over here. And now they're redirecting traffic because they got to get rid of this pile up in front of the mall entrance. And this is pretty common. You guys have probably seen this many times. Construction sites where two sides of the traffic have to share one road. So they basically communicate with each other, saying, letting these guys through. Whereas the mall security on the other side, he stops everyone from going through. That way there's no head-on collision. Okay, but obviously if they're not doing their job right, then they can it can result in a collision. So that's what happened. My friend was not the first one to go through. He was actually the last one in the group, and he was here. This guy was supposed to stop everyone from going through. They're coming from two directions. They're coming from this light, and they're also coming from this side street. So he's got to stop everyone from going through, and they're supposed to communicate this with each other. So he started letting people through, whereas there was still one car left behind, right? Because the one in front of him just made it, and then he started flagging everyone to go through, whereas my friend was still coming here. So now you got these two cars basically playing chicken with each other, and it's neither of their faults. It's just the mall security's fault. But what this guy could have done, since my friend was still here, instead of coming all the way and facing him, he could have went around, and then they wouldn't have had a problem. But he was playing chicken. He stopped right up in front of him, got out of his car, and confronted him. And you can see clearly from the video that the cars behind him were not that dumb. They were simply going around them. But these two cars were stuck here facing each other, and that's when the whole confrontation happened. So the whole point of it all is that it was not my friend's fault, because he was following the directions, and this guy messed up for not checking that the lane was clear before allowing the opposite direction of cars to come through. So it was the mall security guy who was on this side who messed up. And now the second mess up was by the car that confronted him, because first of all, he should have just switched onto the other lane, but he didn't. He stopped right in front of him like a bozo, and that's why it caused a bigger jam. Third of all, instead of realizing his mistake and switching over to the next lane, he came out and confronted him, making the situation worse. Whereas my friend was stopped here, and these cars, you can see, were going around and then coming back. So he couldn't even back up without a risk of hitting these cars. And he couldn't do a U-turn because these cars were all coming through, and he couldn't cross over the median. So he's basically stuck, and the only way he can get out is if this guy switches lanes. And, he eventually ended up doing that, but he felt the need to come and yell at him first. So whoever's taking sides with the aggressive dude is clearly in the wrong, and whoever was smart enough to take sides with the guy who was stuck here was clearly right. And if you guys think otherwise, even after this explanation, then you definitely have problems. But hey, according to the comments, it seems like it's obvious that many of you commenting already have problems. And, obviously, these are not people that anyone would want as customers or even as subscribers, because you guys are just aggressive and, bashing each other, bullies. And, I hope you guys realize that, it's just a YouTube video and there's no reason to get upset or angry, especially when you're just judging and passing judgment without even knowing the situation. You just saw the confrontation. The video was about the confrontation. It wasn't about who was right and wrong in terms of the traffic situation. It was about, someone having road rage, someone bullying someone else. Okay, but you guys are turning it into um, something totally different, which is not what the purpose of the video was. So I hope now you realize and go find another channel to troll. You can, I'll even maybe put this in the description if you want to look around and see the situation exactly. It's a mall parking lot. Like, you know, stuff happens, man. It's an ice storm. It's a special circumstance. Okay, and you can see here there was traffic police right here with the gloves. Okay, and this jacket. He was trying to clear up the situation. Okay, this guy didn't need to come out. And what does he say?
Okay.
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 You're not wrong because
He said you were not wrong. Okay, so he knows the situation. He saw everything, and he says you are not wrong. But you guys only see one angle and a small clip at that, and you don't know anything about what's going on. But yet you automatically jump to assume that this guy's parked in a one way, and he's the narcissist, and he's crazy. And so it baffles me how you guys can make your assumptions based on so little information, because there's nothing else that you guys could have known besides this small situation. Okay, and now that I've clarified it, you guys are probably still going to argue, because that's what people do on the internet. They're trolls, and they bring out race card, and they bring out these guys are immigrants, should go back to their own country. First of all, none of these guys are immigrants. These are all Canadians. So I don't know why people even bring that up. This guy is clearly Canadian. Okay, that's what people from Scarborough sound like, and this is what Canadians look like, whether you like it or not. So these guys are all Canadians, and that shouldn't even be an issue. And it was a bad situation. I'm sure they would have done it differently if they could, but that's what happens sometimes on the road, man. You can't predict it. He's not purposely trying to break the law. Okay, so yeah, I hope that clarified anything for some of you, and if not, then I think you're just hopeless. So good luck with that. Alright, all the keyboard warriors, trolls, and bullies can now leave. For the rest of you, I want to share some important information with you. As we all know, the current global situation, many people lost their jobs, and there's lots of uncertainty surrounding the global economy. I'm lucky enough to have been successful in establishing many profitable businesses online, and I want to give back to the community. Many small business owners and brick and mortar stores have gone bankrupt in the last year, while many online businesses are thriving. Cell phone unlocking being one of them. The cell phone unlocking business, if anyone has ever bought or sold a used phone, understands the importance of cell phone unlocking. A large part of the population can't afford to buy a new phone every year for $500 to $1,000 or more. So they turn to used phone markets like Kijiji in Canada or Craigslist in the US or even eBay. The problem is if the phone is not unlocked, it won't work with your chosen carrier. And there's a lot of scams out there where people tell you it's unlocked, but it's really not. Worse than that, people sell their phones to you and then they report it stolen later. So they claim the insurance money and you're stuck with a stolen phone, which won't work on any network. Or they sell you an iCloud locked phone or a screen locked phone, so you can't even get into it. If you're not careful, then you'll get scammed. I have experience dealing with these type of problems, so I can tell you what to check and how to make sure the deal is legit so you don't get screwed over. Also, if you've already gotten scammed, we have services to network unlock your phone. We can also remove iCloud accounts, we can remove screen locks, and we can even remove your phone from the blacklist. Besides unlocking, I have many other e-commerce businesses which I've done for several years. Sometimes all the info online can be overwhelming, and you just need a little coaching from someone who has done it before to help you get started on the right track. I can advise you about developing websites, which covers design, choosing the best platform, the cheapest registrar, choosing the right hosting company, the marketing, specifically search engine optimization, how to get tons of visitors for free from people who already want to buy what you have. Then the business management stuff like recruiting and training virtual assistants and remote employees, and topics around maximizing profits and reducing business costs. So if anyone wants help getting started in the unlocking business or any other online business, then I'm willing to provide step-by-step videos on how to get you through this process. If you're interested, I put a link to a Google form in the description. You can click on the topic that interests you and then explain exactly what you want to know, and then I'll work on creating a video answering your question in a lot of detail. Also remember to subscribe to this channel.